Hi, this is our Jitterbug number 2 class of 4. And this week we built on last week's class. Last week we learned our basic. We learned a few different footwork basics. We're not going to repeat those. Go back to number 1 for that. We learned an outside turn and an inside turn. So just to remind you what all of those look like. Whoops, sorry. We'll start with our rock step. Here. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to not leave. All right, again. Rock step. That's our outside. This is our inside. One more time. Outside turn. Inside turn. Perfect. All right. The next thing we did was we built on those outside turns, on our inside turns, but instead of letting go of this backhand, we're going to keep a hold of it. So we did one called Spanish arms, which is like an outside turn, except this hand will stay here and it'll just kind of tilt forward just a little bit so it's comfortable. So it looks like this. Rock step 1, 2, and a rock step 1, 2, and a rock step. Now we're going to stop at the other end of that, just so you can see how comfortable our arms are. Rock step 1, 2. Now notice my partners come all the way across. I've got this hand right behind me. I can almost reach the other side of my belt. And I'm going to let this elbow just kind of sink down. And then when I'm coming back out, my partner will lift that hand back up and we'll go back out. 1, 2, rock step. One more time. Here I go. 1, 2. Don't forget the rock step. Out, 2, rock step. It's much easier if you keep these elbows nice and bent a little bit. They're never going to get straight out, and you're never going to be lifting the shoulder up when you let her under. So keep the shoulders down, elbows a little bit bent and nice and strong. All right. The other one we did, we used an inside turn, and we turned that into a cuddle, so it looks like this. I'm going to do that one. Rock step. Here we go. And a rock step, and back out. Rock step. And we have to remember to do our rock step when we get in there. So again, rock step, 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 rock step, out, step, rock step. Now a good lead is going to meet his partner when she comes into the cuddle. So he's aiming to get her over here on his right shoulder. And you'll notice he's going to step forward to meet me here. He's going to make sure I'm in his right front pocket. So those are our inside and outside turns with hands, both hands and without both hands. Then we changed gears a little bit and we did some closed hold. So we'll demonstrate how to get from open hold, which is this one, to closed hold. So rock step in. This is our closed hold. You'll see it's kind of fluttering open a little bit in our rock step, like we're a sideways butterfly. And how did we get there? My lead kind of scooped me up. He came a little bit towards me, got in my way a little bit, pulled me back, and rock step. Okay? Now how do we get out of the closed hold? Now we can do a closed hold. We could just do it here for a while. We can also turn it. We didn't really talk about that, but we'll talk about that next week. Again, he's just taking a bigger step. Now how do we get out of that? We did 2 outs. One was an outside turn. So back in close hold. Here's our outside turn. I'm going to go under, and he's going to change places. And then bring me back to closed, or back to open. Whichever one he wants. And then the last one we did was kind of a throw out. Now watch his shoulder as he does this. He's not pushing with his arm. He's kind of throwing me off with his shoulder. And this arm stays low. So the follow has to pivot on that front foot. Rock step, pivot, back, everybody rock step. And you can either send your partner out and you're back to open hold by just staying where you are and kind of changing that energy to that little sideways bit. Or you can bring your partner back to closed hold. That's just a personal choice thing. So that's all the things we did for Jitterbug Class 2, and we hope to see you next week.
Thank you very much, you guys.